Hey guys, sorry it's been a while since I've put out any videos. I've been dealing with court things and I recently got busted for pot plants and whatnot. Which, you know, I live in a state that is illegal, so I knew what I was getting into whenever I first did it. That's fine. The reason though I'm making this video, something set me off today. I was up at the hospital, was watching on television. This guy, some mayor or something, I didn't even pay attention to the name. All I heard was that he was planning on ending the opiate epidemic. So he plans to end it by putting together legislation or taxes on the middle class or whoever to try to end it, which is exactly the problem. That's not how we solve it. That's not how we deal with things. And recently I got busted for my pot plants. I got to go to Work Farm, pay out like $500 in fines. Work Farm, it's a thing where you work for the state and other things. Spent 12 hours in jail. I was lucky for that. Plus I got probation. But locally here in Kentucky, we're dealing with a huge opiate epidemic. I mean, everybody's shooting up needles and heroin and everything else. It's a really screwed up situation, and then they actually have the gall to come after somebody that has simply grown pot for his own medical usage. That's what this video is about. The inaccuracies and the inequality that is going on within our system today, and how it's being used and abused to manipulate or dictate money from people. It pisses me off. And it should piss you off too. Because you all know, everybody knows, that the government, or some sort of, governmental entity, which probably only exists about 5-10% of the overall government, is the one that's distributing the heroin or the opiates. Now, whenever it comes down to methamphetamines, such as meth, that's more or less local because you got to cook the shit. So, whenever you buy heroin, you're supporting CIA drug cartels. Whenever you buy meth, you're supporting your local community. That does not make either one better. What I'm trying to get at is that if we come together as a collective to actually understand this, only then can we do something about it. And no bullshit little politicians running for office in governmental states or policies are going to fix this. The only way it's going to get fixed is if we come together as a nexus in order to create the next generation for us, the Nexus. That's why I started making these videos, was to gain more support, to gain aid in my fight against the globalist elite that use these types of things, child prostitution or drug running rings, in order to finance their schemes. And that's why it set me off so bad. I've been doing surveys with everybody I've been meeting lately. I've met a couple of hundred people in the past week. And every single one of these people all tell me, well, except for about 5% of them, but majority of them tell me that it's clear the government's running the drug rings. Now, that does not mean our government is running it. That means that there is an element, a small group within it, that is manipulating and enforcing laws to suit their own benefits. And that's where the problem comes in. We have to seek these people out. We have to find them. And all this Brett Kavanaugh shit, we had protesters going to Brett Kavanaugh's office for an event that maybe occurred 36 years ago, maybe, that there's no proof of. Why don't we have protesters going against these individuals, these politicians that look the other way while the cartels bring this stuff in? And I'm not just saying Mexican cartels, there's many of them. Those are the type of protests that we need to have, not these little bitch fits trying to bring up some shit from 36 years ago acting like somebody's sexist. That's the type of shit you do in grade school. The point is that I'm trying to show people what is real in order to change it. And that's what I need your help for. I plan on setting up a Patreon, and I already got the PayPal account set up, and other things. I plan on traveling the country as soon as I'm done with my work farm and as soon as my probation allows me. I know it's a bunch of bullshit. I was growing 21 pot plants. I got all this crap for it, plus my first felony. First time I've been busted in 13 years. I don't want to go into details of how I got busted. One day later I will, but legally right now I can't tell you all that. The point is, right now I'm on fire. I'm pissed. And you all should be too. Otherwise, what type of world are we leaving our children? Or better yet, what type of world are we creating for ourselves? Think about that.